Well, hey there. Thanks for joining us today. I bet you clicked on this video because either one, you subscribed to our channel and so you clicked on it to see what it's all about, or two, you're shopping for a Taylor guitar. And I happen to have 10 things that you should know before you buy one. So stay tuned, stick around. They're important. I hope you're paying attention. Hey Internet, good to see you again. This is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video, comment. We want to hear from you. We want to keep making them, so please stick around. Today I want to tell you about 10 things that you should know before you purchase a Taylor guitar. So if you're in the market, you've been shopping for one, maybe something beautiful like what I have in my lap, then you're going to want to pay attention and be sure that you are an informed buyer, because I read things on the internet and some of the shenanigans that go on. But if you know about this, you'll be better informed when you go in to purchase one. So let's get started. Number one, Taylor Guitar manufactures high quality acoustic and electric guitars in El Cajon, California, USA, and in Tecate, Mexico. And that's it. Those are the only two places that Taylor currently manufactures any guitars. So if you see a really good deal on a Taylor guitar and it was not made in El Cajon, California or Tecate, Mexico, then it is not a Taylor guitar. Run away, run quickly, run to Alamo Music. Number two. So, all Taylor guitars are made in the USA or in Mexico. The USA-made guitars are made of solid materials, meaning they have a solid top, back, and sides on all of the acoustic guitars. Even the T5s feature solid tops with hollowed out sapele bodies. Only the T3s, which are hollow body electric guitars, feature laminated maple tops on them. In the Mexico factory down in Tecate, they do make guitars with layered back and sides, but all feature solid wood tops. Now, some people say layered or laminate, but Taylor wants to make a distinction on that because not all laminate is created equally. So if you are shopping guitars in general and you are comparing guitars and you are wondering what the difference between laminate and layered is, well, laminate might not even be wood at all. It might be a composite material, sawdust and wood glue and resins and silk screened wood grain, and it's more like formica really at that point than wood. Whereas layered laminated wood actually is layers of real wood grain. And so that is an important distinction that you should know when shopping. But if it's made in Mexico, it's solid top, layered back and sides. If it's made in the US, it's all solid, baby. Number three, Taylor Guitars manufactures cases and high quality gig bags that come with their guitars. Everything from a baby Taylor all the way up to a 200 series comes with a gig bag of varying types, but they're all Taylor gig bags and they're all really good. And anything from a 200 series deluxe on up through all of the American guitars come with a hard shell case. The case comes with the guitar. Dealers don't pay any extra for those cases. They pay what the guitar costs and the guitar arrives in a case. So if someone's trying to sell you a case for an additional amount above and beyond the price of the guitar, run to Alamo Music or another reputable dealer that's not going to do that. Number four, Taylor guitars feature bolt-on neck construction. Now, this is pretty common in the electric guitar world, but it was a no-no in the acoustic guitar world, particularly high-end acoustic guitars, when Bob Taylor started doing it initially back in the 1970s. That design has progressed and become normative, where a lot of high-end guitar manufacturers now utilize bolt-on necks. They have proven to be stable and easily adjustable, but none more so than Taylor's NT neck. Refined in the early 2000s, and on every guitar since about the end of 2000 or 2001, Taylor features an NT neck construction that uses CNC machines to mill out pockets within the body of the guitar and allowing both the heel and the fingerboard to be bolted onto the guitar body. This ensures an accurate fit and angle right from the factory. But bonus, it means that your guitar, that's heirloom quality that you want to keep for a lifetime, can easily have the neck angle adjusted in about 3 minutes time, maybe a little bit more than that, but it takes about that to take the neck off, put the proper shims in, put it back on, everything's right as rain. Now this should show you an indication of exactly how innovative and technology focused Taylor is. They're one of the first acoustic guitar manufacturers to start using CNC, computer numeric controlled mills, in their factory, as well as lasers. And they utilize that technology along with robotic buffing machines and other things to create consistency where it needs to be. But the tools do not replace the craftsman. They are there to assist the craftsman, leading to high quality, lightly built, practically perfection in acoustic guitars. So they are almost unrivaled when it comes to their quality in a factory-built guitar. And that is a big reason why. Number 5. Andy Powers, the master guitar designer at Taylor Guitars, unveiled in 2018 VClass Bracing. It's a very different design from how acoustic guitars, and Taylor guitars specifically, as well as many others, have been braced in previous years. Traditionally, steel string acoustic guitars utilize an X-brace, 2 main X's crisscrossing on the top to provide strength yet flexibility. Andy Powers, frustrated with feeling like he had kind of nuanced, massaged the heck out of X bracing to the nth of its life, started with a clean slate and came up with V bracing. 2 parallel braces that run down parallel to the strings of the guitar and provide a means of balancing sustain and volume without sacrificing one for the other. So instead of having a seesaw act where you have either sustain or volume or sustain, you can manipulate both independent from one another. It also has the added benefit of improving intonation without changing anything on the neck, anything on the saddle, anything at the nut. But the overtones are now in tune. The top moves in more orderly fashion. The overall guitar is more in tune with great intonation all the way up the neck, no dead notes. Taylor believes so much in this that they introduced it on their most popular body shape, the Grand Auditorium, expanded it to a new body shape, the Grand Pacific, a round-shoulder dreadnought guitar designed this year, introduced this year, a Grand Concert body shape, and in the future, it'll be going across their entire line of acoustic-made guitars. Remains to be seen if the Tecate made in Mexico guitars will get it at this point, but stay tuned. We'll find out later. Number 6. Taylor Guitars is not afraid to introduce new bracing, new pickups, new finishes, new tone woods, or anything else that to an outsider might seem foolish or threaten their place in the market as a market leader. That's because they are not designing guitars by committee or based upon market research. Taylor Guitars is a design-driven company. And at this point, it is design-driven following the lead of Andy Powers, who has been designing the guitars there for a while and introducing innovations like VClass Bracing. It's appropriate then that recently Andy Powers was named the 3rd partner in Taylor Guitars, joining founding partners Bob Taylor and Kurt Listug. Well deserved. Congrats, Andy. Taylor Guitars feature a proprietary UV-cured polyurethane-based finish that they developed many, many years ago. Now, the design behind the finish was to create something that was durable but thin, that would be resonant with the guitar, but wouldn't respond to things like nitrocellulose finishes do. As much as many of us love a beautiful nitrocellulose finish, they are prone to checking as well as reacting to vinyl, plastics, foams, and other things that have plasticizers in them. So Taylor wanted to make something that was environmentally friendly, thin, resonant, and great for production. It's UV cured in seconds, hard as a rock, and has a beautiful luster. Now, recently, they've been experimenting and come out with what's called a silent satin finish, which is on the guitar that I'm holding. A thin satin finish that is also really quiet compared to a traditional satin finish. So, as we've already seen, they continue to innovate, mess with things, and always try to make the guitars better. Have you ever been to church and noticed that the worship leader was playing a Taylor guitar, or turned on and saw Chris Tomlin on stage playing a Taylor guitar, or seen a country band playing a Taylor guitar, or a rock band playing a Taylor guitar, or Taylor Swift playing a Taylor guitar? For many years, Taylors have graced stages all over the place, and it was for two primary reasons, or maybe three. One, a more modern, beautiful look. Two, more important, fantastic playability and feel with a thin neck and low action that players both new to the guitar and players who were previously electric guitar players could feel comfortable playing. And three, guitars at Taylor for a very, very long time have come equipped with a pickup system. In fact, you might say that when it comes to high-end guitars, for many years, Taylor was the main player when it came to a CE guitar, meaning cutaway electronics. Now, they used to use Fishman pickup systems and have for over a decade been making their own pickup systems. But these attributes have really appealed to players who are going to be playing on stage through amplification. So, the next time you see it, about 6 Taylor guitars littered on top of a worship stage, now you know why. Number 9. Taylor Guitars as a company is very vertically integrated, meaning that they don't source a lot of things that other companies would source for their guitars. For instance, the pickup system in the guitar is designed by Taylor, manufactured by Taylor, and not available on any other guitar. The bracing that we've talked about is patented. You're not going to see it anywhere else. The neck pocket is patented. The cases are made by them. And in fact, even a lot of the tooling is proprietary, designed and trademarked by Bob Taylor going all the way back to the 1970s. In fact, it's an interesting thing if you ever pay attention at some other guitar factories, they have taken advantage of some of the tools that Bob Taylor and his team have built over the years, from robotic automation for buffing machines to clamps to hold kerfling on the inside of the guitar while you're building it. It's pretty phenomenal that they've had that kind of reach and readily share it with other manufacturers. Finally, number 10. Bob Taylor is a fierce conservationist. He believes in responsible forestry practices, and at this point in his career has moved away from guitar designing, leaving that in the hands of Andy Powers, to focus on forestry and wood practices and basically making sure that long after he's gone and long after I'm gone, long after most of us watching this video are gone, that there's plenty of koa and mahogany, and rosewood, and ebony to go around and continue making beautiful instruments, guitars and otherwise, with these valuable and precious tone woods. In that mindset, they have gotten involved with practices of maintaining forests throughout the world, and Taylor on their own YouTube channel has put a great series of videos where Bob Taylor has basically traveled the world visiting some of these sites. One of their key points in doing this is in regards to ebony. Taylor invested with a Spanish company named Medenter in an ebony mill in Cameroon called Krelikan. This is to ensure that the ebony supply available for instruments, whether it's guitars or other things, continues, and that good forestry practices are implemented so that we don't run out of ebony that's available. Replanting and utilizing the material better has really gone a long way in ensuring the ebony is here to stay, and has had the added benefit of making sure that guitarists have the exposure to beautiful figured ebony on their guitars rather than just the jet black ebony that we're used to. Many have embraced this figuring in the wood and really find beauty in it. As an added bonus now, you can even get a cutting board that's being made from this ebony and help to support the people running that mill clear on the other side of the world. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so bonus, number 11, so to speak. This kind of has to do with Taylor guitars, but maybe something that you don't necessarily need to know before purchasing it. This little song, because people are always asking what I play on these videos, this little ditty. People are always asking me what the name of that song is. I don't know. I heard that melody played by Andy Powers at the Taylor Guitar Factory in 2014 while I was visiting with other dealers, and he was showcasing what was at the time a prototype of the soon-to-be released 614 CE with the new advanced performance bracing. He played that song and I was mesmerized. I loved the melody. I fell in love with it, and I've played what little bit I have been able to remember since that time. So I don't know what the name of it is. I don't have tabs for it, but maybe Andy will see this video and he can tell us what the name of it is. I'm pretty sure he wrote it, and maybe he can give us tabs and I can start playing it correctly. We'll see. Anyways, I hope that those helped inform you a little bit better. Taylor Guitars is a fantastic company. We have enjoyed partnering with them for decades, and as a result, we have been top 10 dealer repeatedly and probably has one of the greatest selections of Taylor guitars in South Texas. That's because we believe in the product, we believe in the company, and I'm a fan. In my household. There's about 7 Taylors. I'm not saying they're all mine, but there are about 7 of them. So if you have any questions about them, we like to consider ourselves experts. So click the link below. It'll take you to our website. You can fill out a form and we will help you find the right guitar to fit your needs. Again, if you're new here, click subscribe, turn on your notifications, like our video, and comment below. We want to engage with you and help you find the right instrument. But know this, while we review Martins and Taylors and Gibsons and Fenders and everything, the very best guitar in the world is the one that you are making music on. So keep it up. I'll see you next time.